Hello everyone, today I'm teaching you to knit the sphere of the small planet. Our spheres have a total of two forms. The first is like the gray and blue sphere I'm holding in my hand. The surface of the fabric is smooth. What about the second type of sphere? It's a raised horizontal line in the middle of the fabric surface. These two spheres end up with different finished results. Today we'll show you how to weave these two types of spheres. Take the yarn in the color of the body of the planet you want to knit. Wrap the yarn around your finger. After the winding is complete, the magic ring. The first loop of the needle has now been started. We need to knit 8 SC single crochet in the round. See my demo. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 SC. After completion, tighten the coil. There's no more space in the center. Insert the crochet hook into the V-shaped stitch of the first SC. Crocheting around the thread to bring it out, bringing the thread out of the loop again. Tensioning. This is a SSSL straight ship stitch. The first lap is complete. At the start of the second lap, to weave a CH chain stitch first, the beginning of each loop, or start by knitting a CH. After the CH is done, in each stitch on the first loop, knit 2 SC. In the first round we knit a total of 8 SC stitches, so in the second round, we need to weave 8 ink increase. Knit 2 SC in the first stitch. 1 SC. Still knitting on the same gauge. 2 SC. This completes an ink. In the second stitch, we are still knitting 2 SC. Thus knit 2 SC in each stitch. After this round of knitting, we have 16 SC. Now 16 SCs have been woven. Crochet through the first stitch. Knit a ship stitch to join. At the end of each loop, a ship stitch is created. The rest of the story is over. After the second lap, we begin the third loop. Let's start with edge. Knit a SC in the first stitch. Knit an ink in the second stitch. This is a set of loops, and then we'll continue to weave in this way. To show you 2 loops, start with a SC in the first stitch. Then crochet into the second stitch. Crochet 2 SC in the second stitch. This completes the cycle. To show you again a SC. And then weave an ink. The second set of loops is also complete. This loop is complete. We've added a total of 8 SC. We have 24 SCs after the weaving. The rest is up to you. 24 SC in the third loop are now complete. The fourth loop is knit in 3 SC. 1 ink for group. Weave through the loop in this way. Let me show you how it's done. Start by knitting 3 SC in a row. After weaving 3 SCs, knit an ink in the 4th stitch. This completes the set of stitches, 3 SC, 1 ink. Weave the circle in this way. The knitting pattern for the 5th loop is 4 SC, 1 ink. But the ink is in the middle of these 4 stitches. Let me show you. Let's start by weaving 2 SC. Knit 1 SC in the 1st stitch. Knit another SC in the next stitch. After the 2 stitches are knit, we are going to knit an ink. Knit an ink in the 3rd stitch. After that, we will knit 2 more SC after the ink. 1 SC. Knit another SC in the next stitch. This completes the set of knitting methods. Only the ink is in the middle of these 4 stitches. 2 SC on the right, 2 SC on the left. Hook an ink in the center. Let's show you again. Weave 2 SC first. Weave another ink. And finally knit 2 more SC. This completes the set of loops. We are going to finish the loop in this way. No more demonstrations here. 6th circle. The knitting pattern for the 6th loop is 5 SC, 1 ink. Let me show you the first set. Let's start by knitting 5 SC. SC. After weaving, knit an ink in the 6th stitch. This completes the first group. Let's follow this. Hook 5 SC, 1 ink to finish the loop. 7th lap. The 7th loop is to hook 6 SC, 1 ink for a group. The ink is still in the center of the 6 stitches. Let me show you the first group. Let's start with 3 SC. After completion, knit an ink on the 4th stitch. Then we knit an ink on the back of the ink, weaving 3 more SC. This completes the first set of knitting. Later on, we'll follow the same pattern, weaving 3 SC first, weave another ink, and finally 3 more SC. This is a set of loops, and that's how you finish the 7th loop. Now we've made the 7th loop. For the 8th loop, the knitting method is to knit a full circle of SC. Knit a SC in each stitch. Knit a total of 48 SC in this round. The method is relatively simple. From the 8th to the 11th lap, weaving 48 SC on each lap. Finish these rounds on your own. We have now completed the 11th loop. In the 12th loop, we will explain the difference between the 2 methods of knitting the sphere. If we were weaving a pattern like the blue planet or a gray planet like this, it needs to have a smooth surface. So on the 12th lap, we continue to weave 48 SC. But if we are going to weave something like the pink planet, there's a raised line that way then. One would need to learn another way of weaving. I'll show you how to make a bud in the center like this. First, crochet ACH. We are still knitting SC on the 11th loop. Only the position of the SC in the needle has changed. Let's see. Under normal circumstances, We are going in from here. Pick up the 4 2 threads and begin to knit SC. But on the 12th loop, we enter the needle in the center, picking up the line farther away from us to knit the SC. We will knit the first SC. Let's see my demo again. Pick this line that's farther away from you. Everyone just follow this. Pick only the half of the line that's farther away from you. Finish weaving the 48 SC of this loop. The 12th loop is knit in this manner for one full loop. Now I've finished the 12th round. We see a clear trace raised. It's the same bump as the one here on the pink planet. This line. And of course, to emphasize it again for you, if you are knitting a sphere with a smooth surface, our 12th lap is still picking up the full 2 wires. The method is relatively simple. Next, for the 13th and 17th loops, still weaving 48 SC. We'll finish these rounds on our own. We will continue to show you when we reach the 18th lap. We have now completed the 17th loop. After the 17th loop, the sphere is deck decrease. Let's see me demonstrate the 18th turn. The 18th loop is 6 SC 1 December. The deck is in the middle of the 6 stitches. To show you the first loop, weave 3 SC first. Then weave a deck. Pick up the first stitch, half a stitch closer to you. Pick up a second stitch, half a stitch closer to you. Crochet hook around the thread. Pulling out the coil is a SC. That completes it. 2 stitches merged into 1. This is a deck. Then we weave 3 more SC. The first set of knitting methods is complete. The first 3 SC, 3 SC in the back, 1 deck in the middle. This is the complete set of loops. Let's show you one more time. Let's start by knitting 3 SC. Weave another deck. Then weave 3 more SC. And that's it for the second set of loops. We will knit the 18th circle in this way. No more demonstrations here. 19th circle. The knitting method for the 19th loop is 5 SC, 1 deck. Let's show you the first group. Weave 5 SC first. After the 5 SCs are done, weaving another deck. This completes the first set of weaves. Let's follow this method. Weave 5 SC first, weave another deck. Finish the 19th loop. No more demonstrations here. 20th lap, 2 SC, 1 December. The deck is still in the middle of the 4 stitches. To show you the first set of knits, let's start with 2 SC. Then weave a deck. And finally 2 more SC. This completes the set. Start with 2SC. Weave another deck, and finally 2 more SC. We will knit the 20th circle in this way. 21st loop, 3 SC, 1 December. After the 3 SCs are knitted, weaving a deck. This completes the set. Continuing in this manner, hook 3 SCs first, hook another deck. Finish the 21st loop. For the 22nd round, weave ASC, a deck, ASC. The deck is in the middle of the 2 stitches. Let's see me demonstrate the first group. Let's start by weaving ASC, then weave a deck. And finally ASC. This completes the set. Next we follow this. After weaving this loop, 1 SC, 1 deck, 1 SC. Keep weaving down. After the 22nd round, we need to take out the filler, stuff the fabric. After stuffing, let's move on to the 23rd loop. The 23rd loop is knit with 1 SC and 1 deck. Knit 1 SC first. Weave a deck. Weave through the loop in this manner. I'll show you again. Weave a SC first, and then weave a deck. Continue weaving, completing the 23rd loop. After the 23rd round, we'll do the last round. We are going to knit 6 decks in the last loop. Six decks have been knitted. Stretching the coils. Reserve about 10 centimeters of yarn. Cutting. Pulling the coil. Taking out the hand sewing needle. Picking up the last loop, outer half of each stitch. That's the half of the needle that's closer to you. That's 6 times. Tightening the coil. Then thread the hand sewing needle through the round hole in the center. Pull on. Then we run the hand sewing needle back and forth across the inside of the fabric a couple of times. Hidden yarn. After the yarn is hidden, cutting the yarn. This completes the main body of a planet. On the main body of this gray planet, there are craters of varying sizes, large and small. Now I'll teach you how to weave the craters distributed above. First, take out the dark gray yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger. We'll start by weaving small craters. Knit by crocheting 8ch. After we're done, make a circle of the cheese. Join the ends of the cheese, crochet stitches into the first stitch. crochet a ship stitch. And that's how the ends are connected, starting a loop of SC. Before the SC, we start by weaving ACH. And then half a stitch. Knit ASC. Then pick up another half stitch down. Knit ASC. We need to weave a total of 8 SC. Finish the round. After 8 SC knitting, broken line. To reserve a certain length of yarn. Pulling the loop out. Taking out the hand sewing needle. Find the first stitch. Go to the first SC stitch. Pass through the center of the last SC stitch. And so we have ACH. After sewing, a small crater is complete. A small crater like this, we need to make a total of 5. Next, we'll teach you how to weave a large crater. Still crocheting. Our big crater needs 10 SC hooks. After the 10 trees are done, find the first stitch, crochet through, knitting a ship stitch, still knitting a SC, start by crocheting ACH, pick half a stitch on the first CH, knit ASC, same method as earlier, it's just the big craters that we need to weave 10 SC in this circle. SC. After completion, reserve about 15 cm of yarn to break the thread, pulling out the loop. The same way we did earlier. We'll thread in the first SC. And in the last SC stitch, we go through the center. Stitch out edge. And that's how you make a big crater. A big crater like this, we need to make a total of 3. After all the craters are made, we follow a certain distribution pattern, arranging them on the body of the fabric. That is, arrange them on top of the planets. Alignment method. You can arrange them in any way you like. Arrange it in your favorite shape. Use the threads we have reserved. Sewing this crater on top of the body of the fabric. It's stronger. If you think it's a pain in the ass to sew, it can also be glued on. This is the part where you can do it your own way. This is how I sewed the crater onto the planet with a hand sewing needle. The stitching will be stronger. And then finally, we'll get out the black yarn. Stitch out your favorite expression. And finally, the planet with the craters is complete.